Evening, everybody. It's Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. The time is 6:31 p.m. I'd like to call this town board regular meeting to order by first asking everybody to please stand for the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody. At this time, are there any public comments or questions on agenda items only? If you have a comment or a question, please approach the podium. Seeing nobody approaching the podium, we'll move on. At this point in time, as required by law, we'd like to present the 2025 tentative budget to our town clerk, Katie Palmer House. And then following the process as per law, we will present them to you, the board members. You get yours? I'll get one for Tommy. Sure? Yep. Tommy, I'll have one sent to you. I don't need one. Katie, you got yours, right?
Thank you.
So following that process, we won't go through it tonight. We'll be going through it at our next meeting, which will be October 16th. All right, we'll be reading something later on for something else to go on, I believe, that night. But there it is. Let's go through it. Write questions. Check each and every line if you can, please. And as my job is, we'll answer every question you have. Myself and my office worked very hard today putting this together. And for now, it is what it is. We are still waiting for some information, so the numbers that are in there are what we know of at this point in time and what we think will be coming towards us. All right, so we'll move on. Reports of the Recreation Department and Highway Superintendent. Julie Muncy.
Hi, I'm Julie Muncy from Dover Recreation. First things, I want to thank everybody who attended Dover Day this past Saturday. I think we're the new, where it was this year. It was so much better, so much bigger, gave us a lot more room. So I think everybody involved, we're very happy. A few tweaks we have to do next year. But all in all, I think it was a great day, a beautiful day as well. I do want to thank my staff, Paula, Dodie, Paul, and Sean, for everything they did in the last few months trying to get everything ready to go, as well as Highway Department, Jason and his guys, Nick, Billy, Andrew, Zach, trying to get them all, so forgetting, Joe, and Brian. I just want to thank them. It was such a busy day, and everybody worked really well together, as well as the constables and the town board was there as well. So I just want to thank everybody who came, and I think it would be hopefully bigger and better next year. Lawnmower races were a really good hit, and I think that's going to go off really well and much bigger next year as well. So next year is September 20th, 2025. That's the date so far. So the other thing is our rec programs start next week. So starting Wednesday, actually. We have our volleyball, our cheerleading, our Zumba, our kiddie corral. Adult basketball starts, as well as youth basketball. It doesn't start till December, but please come and register as soon as possible. We have to have enough people in order to have these programs. So far they look good, so we're hoping that it'll continue. So please register as soon as possible. Don't wait till the last minute. Halloween trunk or treat is actually Saturday, October 26th at 1 p.m. at Boys Park. Anybody who wants to be handing out candy for the trunk or treat, please register online at our website, doverrecreation.com. Just register if you're handing out candy. You don't need to register your children. And if anybody has any questions, please call the office, Recreation office. Our senior program is every Monday and Thursday. Oh, I forgot to say that our senior program is also dancing at the trunk or treat again this year, so they're already prepping and getting ready to go, so they're very excited about that. Along with trunk or treat, we have the donuts, we have cider, we'll have the pumpkin picking, arts and crafts, so it'll be a busy day. But on our senior program, we do have senior program Mondays and Thursdays, 9:30 to 2:30. Anybody can go, you're more than welcome. They're very busy, they have a lot of stuff going on the next month or so. Also, our rec commission meeting is on Monday, October 7th at 5:30 PM at Boys Park Community Room. And our holiday fest and tree lighting, we will start all that right as soon as Halloween is over. We start that for the next month and a half. And that is Saturday, December 7th, as well at 5 o'clock. And that's, they'll have all the activities that day. So about a month or so for us to get all ready and ready to go for that, believe it or not. So, anybody got any questions? That's
Good
it.
job.
Great job.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
Excellent. Dover Day was wonderful.
I have
Thank
a
you
little
very
something I'll
much.
read as well, but thank
Okay.
you to everybody.
Yep.
I think the decision to make a change in the setup
Yep.
and the location within the park, I think it was a home run.
Worked out well.
You mentioned tweak a couple things, which
Yep.
we've talked about. And yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Yep,
It's the biggest I've ever seen, and
Yeah, I think
I'll
so,
say
too.
that when I read my thing.
yep, I think so too.
Yep,
All right, thank you.
yep, thank you,
Yeah.
Julie.
Thank you, Julie.
Jason's not going to be here tonight, so Councilman Maluta will be reading his report.
From Jason Satori, the Highway Department was busy this month finishing up mowing and weed whacking around signs on various roads. They changed pipes and repaired numerous catch basins throughout the town. The Highway Department received millings from Dutchess County Highway, which we used to cover Chippewa Road and West Duncan Road. The Highway Department assisted the Recreation Department on setup and cleanup of Dover Day. Great job, Julie and the team, from Jason. And thank you to the Team Highway for all their hard work. And that's Jason's report.
Thank you very much, Jan. We're moving on. Reports of the supervisor and the town board members. We'll start with Councilman Holmes.
Yeah, just getting back to talking with Jason about what Jan just talked about. We talked about the millings being put down on Chippewa Road, West Duncan Hill Road, and we talked about skidder or tire repairs for the town loader and who I used. And that was it.
Thank you. Councilman Maluta?
I just want to thank again constables for all their work with the traffic and keeping everything. It was a safe day, no incidents, and good work, guys. Dover Day, on behalf of the American Legion Post 1949, we had a lot of interest. It was great that everybody stopped by our booth, and we got 3 new members, which was awesome. I want to thank all who attended Dover Day. It was a really good time, and yes, those that asked, I will start to be setting up my yard for Halloween next weekend. Thank you.
Turn it into like the Christmas display over in Unionville. Councilwoman Jackson.
Okay, the Dover Plains Library was fantastic at Dover Day as well. They had the bookmobile there. They'd like to remind everybody that they have a lot of programs going on, including a introduction to Medicare benefits, Saturday, 9/28. Just register for that. From the school, they're promoting a costume swap. If anybody wants to donate Halloween costumes that have been gently used, send them to the library, or any school building will take them for you up until October 16th. And the high school football team would like to invite everyone, including alumni and town residents, to a homecoming game on Friday at 7 p.m.
Good deal. Thank you. Deputy Supervisor Murphy.
So I don't have a report, but I do want to chime in on what everybody's talking about. Julie and Highway, great job this past weekend. Everybody that was involved, everybody that pitched in, from setting it up to cleaning it up and afterwards, just Great job, everybody. That's my report.
Thank you. I'll just go ahead and piggyback on that. Dover Day, it's got to be probably one of the biggest crowds I've seen in I don't know how long. I want to thank everybody that attended. It's the residents and the workers that make that day a success. And the car show alone, for example, brought in over 30 more cars than their highest ever.
Wow.
They brought in 78 was their highest, and they were over 100 this time. So it was just a great day. I got to thank everyone that attended, and especially the workers, our highway guys, our recreation, our constables, our town hall staff that was there for part of the day, and the volunteers. The volunteers that put their time in that day, both for us and the function that we put on and Julie's department puts on, and just those who volunteered to work in their own booths, the fire department, the rescue squad, the auxiliary, and everybody else. It was just a good day. The weather was with us. I didn't get to see much of the tractor races, but everybody's talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's a good thing to bring it back, right? So hopefully, with a few changes that we've discussed, and it's basically in just arrangement within the field itself, I think, I said it earlier, I think it's a home run. And, great job, Julie, and everybody that put it together. Thank you to everybody that donated to that day. Without the donations that are made from both residents and businesses in this town and out of town, we can't say thank you enough. You make it happen. Truthfully, you truly do make it happen. So I thank each and every one of you. With that, on a sour note, we're going to close, and I would appreciate, and we'll discuss this, I didn't get a chance to talk to you individually, but from this point on, Palmer's Field is closed for public use until further notice. That is the town property that is off of Mill Street behind Market Street. So, as per myself, the board, and the recreation director, we have closed it. Although it's a town property, I also have a responsibility to all residents. And at this time, I feel this is the decision that has to be made at this time, and it will be made. Signs will be posted. Those who needed to be notified have been told, and along with the other reasons why, it has to happen. And it's going to happen. Signs are being made. Signs are up. Okay? I handled it, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Okay? And that's that. Just so you all know, we'll discuss it on an individual basis, and I'll let you know why. But I would appreciate your support in this decision, and Julie's decision as well. We combined on this, and we both agreed it needs to be shut down. Nothing against anybody. It just has to be done at this point in time. Anybody have any questions?
No,
Be good with that?
Rich, I just want to add one more thing on Dover Day. I want to thank the band and Anthony Santiago, who played on the electric guitar the national anthem. He did a great job. Also, the vendors that were there. Everybody was professional. There was there was a lot more vendors that I recall, which was great, and everybody seemed to be happy with their take for the day. And with that, I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Resolutions.
Consent agenda.
We have a few more on the actual page.
What's that?
We have a few more consent agenda items than listed there.
Okay.
You could read it from your agenda,
Okay.
okay?
Resolution to authorize and approve consent agenda items. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Dover does hereby approve the following items for consideration and adoption on the September 25th, 2024 town board regular meeting consent agenda. Authorize the payment of abstract number 9 of 2024. Accept the minutes of the town board regular meeting of August 28th, 2024, and the town board special meeting of September 11th, 2024. Approve the town clerk's report of August 2024. Approve the supervisor's financial report of August 2024, and accept accept unanticipated revenue, authorize budget transfers and amendments, and payment of off-abstract purchase orders, accept the resignation of Town Senior Recreation Program Leader Candy Lounsbury, effective September 26th, advertise for bids for stairway and railing repairs and masonry work at Dover Library, and schedule a public hearing on proposed local law number 1 of 2024, override of tax cap. Is that all of them, Madam Clerk?
Yes, that's it, thank you.
I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Murphy, seconded by Maluda. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. For the public hearing, we have to have a public hearing for that, correct, counsel?
Yeah, it's a little early because it's only a tentative budget that usually.
Well, this is to override, and then the public
That
hearing,
Should be done after the preliminary. is
okay.
Adopted, because we don't, it's just a tentative right now, it's just,
Okay, I thought we had to make the motion to go ahead.
we can say it would be for October 30th. It would be the day.
Okay. Because the public hearing for the budget is November, for the entire budget. So what's the date we think for this?
October 30th is when you would adopt the preliminary,
Yep.
so you could have, you can have it for the same night as the budget, actually, which will be the next,
We go October 16th, October 30th, November 6th, and then the 20th.
it will be the 6th.
So we're going to set it tonight for both the override.
Public hearing should be after the preliminary budget is adopted.
Okay. Okay. So the public hearing will be both the override and the public hearing on the budget, November 6th. Okay. Everybody understand that? Mm-hmm. That's my mistake. I thought we had
No,
to
it's
have
okay,
one.
you could, it's just,
We haven't had to override, right? And this year, we may. Okay, so November 6th.
For the public hearing for the
Yes.
override?
For both.
And the public hearing on the budget.
Okay, sure.
Okay, no further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Second resolution. Resolution to award preliminary electrical service repair work and LED light fixture at Boyce Park for restroom improvement project. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Dover has received a Dutchess County Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, to renovate and restore a public restroom at Thomas Boyce Park in Wingdale, New York, and whereas preliminary electrical service work is needed to replace the electrical panel and bring electric service to the public restroom space to operate lighting and ventilation, and purchase a vandalism-resistant 4-foot LED light fixture with motion sensor, and whereas in consultation with the CDBG program, this preliminary service work was approved for payment as part of the grant award, and the town obtained a quote from a qualified electrician at the cost of $6,000 for the preliminary electrical service repair and $650 for the LED light fixture with on-off motion sensor. And now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover does hereby award the preliminary electrical service work, repair work, and purchase of the restroom LED to JLS Electric in the amount of $6,000 for the preliminary electric service repair work and $650 for the LED light fixture with on-off motion sensor. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Holmes, seconded by Jackson. Any discussion?
No.
It's moving along.
Yep.
That's all we can say. Project's moving along. Any other discussion? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So carried. Resolution awarding library parking lot and American Legion driveway and parking area improvement project. Whereas the Town of Dover authorized the advertisement for bids for the library parking lot and American Legion driveway and parking area improvement project, and whereas bids were received, opened, and reviewed. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover does hereby award the bid of Peckham Road Corporation of Patterson, New York, in the amount of $45,400 for the library and American Legion parking area improvement project. I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Brought by Holmes, seconded by Murphy. Any discussion? Bids were open today. Bids were approved the appropriate way. Hopefully we'll get her done.
Yeah.
That'd be good, yeah.
Right, no further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Resolution authorizing the hiring of senior recreation program leader. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover does hereby authorize the hiring of Teresa Potasnik to the position of Senior Recreation Program Leader at an hourly rate of $15 per hour for a period not to exceed 10 hours per week, effective Monday, September 30th, 2024. I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
Brought by Murphy, seconded by Maluta. Any discussion? Welcome back, Terry.
Couldn't keep her down.
She takes the place of Candy Lounsbury, who did a phenomenal job. I thanked her personally Saturday. She'll be missed in that position. She'll still be there, she says. So, but thanks again, and welcome back. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So carried. All right, before this, this next resolution, I'm going to read a letter that was prepared. It gives a little history to why this resolution is being read, and I'll leave it at that. In 2018, the Whalen family filed a lawsuit against the town claiming that the town did not have the right to cross over the Whalen property for the purpose of accessing the Dover Stone Church from Route 22. This litigation was the first time that the Whalen family formally protested the town's access across what is known as the Stone Church Lane that runs between two properties owned by the Whalen family. The access area is 25 feet wide, 200 feet long, and has, for decades, provided access to the Dover Stone Church property, which was acquired by the town in 2004. This litigation was brought in the Dutchess County Supreme Court and was decided in the town's favor in 2021 when Judge Hal Greenwald found that the town had a valid easement to cross over the Stone Church Lane to access the Stone Church property. The Whalen family immediately appealed that decision to the Appellate Division, Second Department. In April of this year, the Appellate Division reversed that decision and found that the town did not have an easement to cross over the Stone Church Lane, and further stated that the town needed to compensate the Whalen family for its use of the property since the litigation was commenced. Tonight's resolution will bring this matter and the uncertainty of the court possibly awarding the Whalen family a considerable amount of money to an end. The parties agreed, through mediation, to the payment of $100,000 to the Whalen family to compensate them for the taking or use of the property. In addition, the town will receive a license agreement that will allow the public to continue to access the Stone Church property over the Stone Church Lane for the next year, while the parties continue to negotiate in good faith for a permanent solution involving the town purchasing a permanent access right over this property. Historically, the town, together with its partner, the Dutchess Land Conservancy, has used its resources to purchase, improve, preserve, and protect the Stone Church Preserve, which is a 174-acre gem in the town of Dover. The town remains resolute in their efforts to ensure that the public can safely access the preserve. Accordingly, the town will continue to negotiate in good faith with the Whalen family for a fair outcome consistent with the decades of unfettered use and access across the Stone Church Lane. Little piece of history there. Resolution authorizing the settlement of litigation. Whereas there is currently pending in the Supreme Court, County of Dutchess, State of New York, under index number 50282/18, a certain lawsuit entitled Mildred R. Whalen versus Town of Dover. And whereas a proposed settlement in the litigation has been negotiated by Town Special Litigation Counsel Joseph A. Charbonneau, Esquire, who has recommended approval of the proposed settlement. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Dover hereby authorizes the settlement of the aforementioned litigation and recommended, and be it further resolved that the Town Supervisor, Richard Yeno, is hereby authorized to sign on behalf of the Town of Dover the stipulation agreement of settlement in form as approved by council to be filed in the office of the Town Supervisor. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Murphy, seconded by Jackson. Discussion. I'm going to ask that if you have any questions, we talk about it, write them down in writing, please. Anybody else has any questions, they feel free to contact me. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Madam Clerk, was that it?
Yes.
At this point in time, are there any comments from the public? Seeing nobody approaching the podium. Upcoming meetings, Wednesday, October 16th. That will be a special meeting, otherwise sometimes been called or known as the budget workshop. That will be the topic of discussion that night. If there is any business that needs to be handled, we can also handle that if needed. But come with your pencils, please. We're going to need some help. We're going to need some ideas. We're going to need some opinions. Wednesday, October 30th, which is a regular meeting. We will discuss further if needed. Wednesday, November 6th, will be the public hearing on both the override and the budget itself. I believe there will also be a presentation, a yearly presentation that they do every year from the fire department that night, so we can put them at the beginning of the agenda, I may ask. And then November 20th will be the regular meeting, but a week earlier than normal, due to the fact that the budget needs to be approved and passed on or before the 20th of November. Any questions? The 16th, I would ask the department heads be here, Julie and Jason. If we can get the word to them, please, just in case there's any questions, obviously. With that, I'll make a motion that we go into an executive session to discuss litigation, not to return to the dais. And for the first 5 or 10 minutes, Joe Berger, I invite you into that executive session, please. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made by myself and seconded by Councilman Holmes to go into an executive session and not return to the dais with one guest, Engineer Joseph Berger, and not to return. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried. Good night. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you very much.